Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sign1News. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making international headlines today. International authorities say Beirut is experiencing its worst civil violence and economic collapse in years. Political tension has been building since 2020 as a result of a massive explosion at a port that killed many people, and protesters are demanding that the judge investigating the blast be removed. The protests have been violent and deadly, and the economy has left many people struggling to survive. Recently, I chatted with a deaf man in Beirut named Pierre, who witnessed the blast in 2020. And he describes the financial struggles many deaf Lebanese citizens are facing. Take a look. Hello, Pierre. You come from Beirut, Lebanon. I am delighted to virtually meet you and interview you. I have 3 questions for you. My first question is about the explosion at the Beirut port in 2020. How is it that you were there? Okay, hello, Mickey. Thank you for accepting my Visio. My name is Pierre, and I am a dance teacher from Lebanon. On August 4th, 2020, between 6 p.m., I just finished work in Beirut, and I was on my way home, and I felt the blast, and that was a big problem. When I got home and turned on the TV, many people had died, and one of them was my deaf friend who died in the blast. I went to my friend's family to help, and other people were there too, helping his family. Since the bombing, the Lebanese minister has remained silent. Wow, that's hard. And I'm touched by your story. Now my second question. Lebanese deaf people in Beirut are experiencing financial hardships. They can't buy food because costs are soaring. It's almost impossible without money. Nobody has money. I decided to help deaf families with things like diapers and milk. I thought about and worked with an organization that makes boxes and I delivered them to deaf families. But it was not enough. I continued to bring it to deaf families, but here in Lebanon, people cannot help too much because there's no money. So you would like the international deaf world to help people in Beirut? Yes. I would be really happy if the entire international deaf world could help us. But when? When? Hopefully, the international deaf community will help in the future. So now my third and final question. About a month ago, Beirut experienced blackouts for hours in addition to gunfire attacks. Yes, the blackouts lasted for 7 hours. And there were lots of problems here. Luckily, there is the sun that I can feel. But connection to family is not easy because of the electrical problems. Many thanks for sharing your story with me. And I also hope the world can help. Thank you. And hopefully you are welcome to Lebanon with our heartfelt friends. Welcome and thanks. Thanks. Bye-bye. A royal source has confirmed that 95-year-old Queen Elizabeth will not be at next week's COP26 climate summit in Scotland. Doctors have advised her to rest. There have been concerns about the Queen's health after she was spotted earlier this week using a cane. And she canceled 2 major events for medical reasons. Her son, Prince Charles, will now represent the Queen in Scotland at the COP26 summit. And many royal family experts suspect we're going to see more of Prince Charles standing in for the Queen at official events. We'll just have to see how her health progresses. Angry and defiant protesters filled the streets denouncing the military takeover in Sudan. The leaders of Sudan's military takeover are now facing growing pressure from around the globe for civil disobedience. And this video posted on social media shows gunfire as security forces fired to break up the protests. The video was released on social media. And now military leaders are facing pressure from around the globe. Pressure is also coming from the African Union, which suspended Sudan's membership. And the World Bank has now paused disbursements of all financial operations. Police in Ecuador say Olympic sprinter Alex Quinonez, age 32, and another man were fatally shot. They were shot on a street Friday night around 9:20 p.m. in the city of Guayaquil. Surveillance video showed two men jumping out of a vehicle and shooting both men multiple times. Quinonez became a national hero in 2012 when he finished 7th in the 200-meter finals. Former Japanese Princess Meiko has formally given up her royal title after marrying her college sweetheart, Keikimura. The couple held a press conference to apologize for any trouble their marriage might have caused. The wedding was delayed for 3 years. It was delayed after rumors emerged about financial disputes involving Kimura's family. There were several protests against the wedding. And Meiko herself suffered from severe anxiety as a result of the controversy. Meiko is entitled to $1.35 million payment to help her start a new life. But she decided not to take the money. Sailors in the Netherlands were shocked when they found a giant walrus sleeping on their submarine. Images of the walrus were shared on social media by the Royal Netherlands Navy, sleeping. The walrus, named Freya, is the first walrus to be sighted off the Dutch coast in 23 years. And it's believed she swam down from her regular habitat in the polar circle all the way to the submarine. And she was simply exhausted. Sign1News will be broadcasting international updates every Sunday. Feel free to leave comments during our updates, and we will share your comments possibly. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. You can also watch on Apple TV, Apple Watch, Roku, at any time. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.